Anthropic just released Opus 5 today, July 4th, 2026. It is absolutely crushing benchmarks, looking to be as capable or better than Fable at less than half the cost. And today we're going to test it by seeing if it can recreate Old School RuneScape. This is not going to be a one-shot with no information. I did have another Opus 5 instance go and do some research, find some references, and the goal is basically just to see, with the right information, can the model produce a good output. This is by no means a definitive benchmark. I'm also running this inside GPU-Cats, which is my custom visual and agent orchestrations engine. Okay, we are now on Opus 5 with Ultra Code. I'm going to give it the entire prompt, and depending on how this prompt does, I may do a graph engineering workflow if you guys want to see that too. I have these workflows here that essentially what it does is basically just, it's a state machine with a bunch of other stuff wrapped into it, but it basically scaffolds the phases and gives the agent the correct tools at each phase for research and planning and validation and review, as you can see here. And so we can also run this depending on if the output is not good. This just seems a little bit like cheating and kind of diverges from the base Opus 5 prompt, which is really what I want to see here in terms of how well does the model respond from a long-form prompt. Is it able to take the initial scaffolding, break that down, execute, and then produce a usable output? All right, and it is off. So while it's working, we can decorate our island a little bit. Let's see, make it a little more exciting. If anyone's interested in this, by the way, too, this is GPU-Cats. It's just something I made in my free time because I thought a lot of the agent coding ecosystems were really boring. It basically acts as a terminal multiplexer and allows you to then have islands with multiple agents that essentially can be any CLI, and it's just like using them in terminal. It basically just uses C++ and Skia as a visual layer that then maps to the terminal multiplexer under the hood. Okay, so we got our island looking pretty spiffy. It's been going for about 11 minutes now, and it's making good progress. While it does that, I just want to look really fast at the release from Anthropic today on their official site. So the thing that's really interesting is that on Arc AGI 3, it actually has a much higher score than essentially any other model. As you can see here, I did see some debate on Twitter that this benchmark is essentially useless. I have not looked into it personally, so I'm not 100% sure, but just interesting nonetheless. I don't see it on Deep SWE yet, which has been my favorite benchmark so far, so I'll be really excited to see where the scores land on here, even though I did see that Laguna S2.1 achieved 40% on this, and I did some testing both locally and from their Cloud API, and I was honestly really disappointed. And there's, some people said it wasn't being used properly, and there's other ways to make the model perform better. However, I'm not totally sure if this is still an accurate representation of actual model quality. So it'll be interesting to see when that comes out. Okay, we are at about 24 minutes, and I am extremely impressed with what I've been seeing from the chat. Obviously, we'll see what happens when we actually evaluate what it produces, but it has been verifying, testing, correcting itself, doing research, seeing considerable measurable improvement, at least in the way the model thinks and approaches complex problem solving from Opus 4.8. So we will see when it's done. So it was taking a really long time, so I ended up going to play pickleball. It is about 3 hours later. I had to give it 2 additional prompts because it stopped for some reason while I was out, and it should be done now. So let's check the output. This is actually insane. Can we move? Oh my god, we can move. Don't have animations, but this is honestly absurd. I was not expecting this at all. We have health, we have faith, it looks like we have different combat stances. What about, we have skills? Oh my god. Quest list, cook's assistant. This is honestly like so much better than I expected. Look at the details in the castle. Can we look around though? Oh my god, we can also look around. Wow. This is so impressive. If we can try and fight a goblin. Okay, looks like a little bit of visual tearing there and some weird stuff. Let's try and fight a goblin. Oh my god, we're attacking a goblin. It's about as exciting as real RuneScape combat is. Wow, okay, damage numbers. This is by far the most insane output I've gotten from a model with a relatively simple plan. I'm like honestly speechless. This is phenomenal. Let's go to the cows. Let's check out the cows. Wow, we got bones. We got bones and a bronze spear. No way. Oh my god, we're actually wielding a bronze spear. It looks like it's having some issues with the model, but we are wielding a bronze spear to increase the attack damage. Additionally, I'm going to upload the full game to GitHub and include it in the link for the video if anyone wants to check it out. I'm speechless. Honestly, this is the best output. So we got coins and bones. Let's try and bury the bones. We buried the bones. Did we get prayer XP? Oh my god, we got prayer XP. The door opens to the cows. Okay, let's try and go in. Let's kill a cow. Oh, it is not looking good for me. Do we have any prayers? Thick skin? Let's see what happens if this cow kills me. Okay, wow, so our thick skin, we ran out of prayer points and our thick skin toggled off. The actual game core mechanics are fantastic. The lack of combat animations is like very noticeable because we're in combat, but oh my god, and it respawned us. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's such a minor gripe, and I mean this could easily be improved with an additional generation. Oh my god, it built the inside of Lumbridge Castle. Let's go to the cook. Who's this guy? Man. There's no way it built the quests. Okay, this is really funny. Oh my god, there is a trapdoor. I wonder if there's a key. What is this? Bones. What is this? Pot. Okay. Can we kill the rat? Oh my god, we can kill the rat. Did it build the guardhouse? Okay, this is just ridiculous. Like, actually ridiculous. Can I go up the ladder? Okay, interesting. It looks like the first bug I've actually found. I cannot climb up the ladder. Maybe that's intentional. Okay, so let's check out the rest of Lumbridge. There's a lot to check out. I might put the game on Vercel or locally host it if someone is, or maybe on Cloudflare if someone wants to play. Let's see, can I attack this man? Oh, I can attack this man. Oh, there's someone in the corner there, a woman. Okay, not a huge amount of character diversity, but I can't complain for a couple hours of work while I played pickleball. Who is Hands? Servant of the Duke of Lumbridge. Okay, we have the sheep. This just keeps going. We have more goblins. We have the cabbage patch. I wish there was a way to see the entire map. So we've pretty much reached the edge here. There's a farm, the cabbage patch. Can we pick up a cabbage is the real question. Then we have the, what is that, windmill? Yeah. And that's a little weird. I don't know what that is. Let's go check that out afterwards. Okay. Can we pick up a cabbage? We cannot pick up a cabbage. Okay. So, I mean, it looks like a couple minor details didn't totally get done. Also, the door opens kind of weird there. That is so cool. I have no idea what this is. Let's check this out. Is the guy in here? Guy is not in here. I did not do a great job with that house. Is the guy in here? Guy is not in here. I did not do a great job with that house. Interesting that after seeing the model essentially one-shot RuneScape in 3 hours in terms of obviously, you know, the starting area, it kind of changes the rubric by which I'm evaluating the model in terms of I'm like nitpicking and looking for tiny things because this is so incredibly impressive. Like, look, I mean, these rats aren't totally rendered properly. They've got a head and a tail. But there's giant rats. This is taking me back to like 2009. Let's see, from the rat we got raw rat meat, giant rat bone. We can bury the rat bone. Interesting. It's definitely missing a fair amount of the points of interest in terms of the interaction and like functionality, but the layout is incredible. Most of it, I'm totally blown away. This is by far the most impressive output I've seen from a model with such a short prompt and a short window of action. It's insane to think where the models will be in a year or two from now. If anyone wants to play the game, I will include a link to a public GitHub, and I may also host it depending on what that looks like. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see me test or run. I just got 2 DGX Sparks, so I'm going to be testing a bunch of new models on that. Additionally, this was just a simple generation for this, but I kind of love this. So I might do something where I connect a bunch of free LLM providers and try and power the characters in the game and give them independent, stories and lives. Let me know if that's something you think would be cool, and I can make a video on that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an incredible day.